And now, broadcasting live from the Dark Room studio at Craven Community College, it's In the Know.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to In the Know. I'm Craig.
Good morning, Megan Johnson. Hello,
Yes.
everybody.
I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. This is In the Know, the show that we do every week from the campus of Craven Community College here in the Dark Room studio located at Public Radio East. Sounds very official, but really what we do is we just get together and get a little silly, have a little fun, talk about things of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're looking happy and chipper today.
I am happy.
Megan.
Well,
Yeah?
you know, so we have one more half day tomorrow, you know, our typical Friday.
Yes.
And then we've got a wonderful Easter weekend to look forward to. So,
Yes.
yeah, so I'm excited
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
looking forward to it.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
anything fun planned?
I'm actually going to go visit my mother.
Okay.
Say, hey, Mom.
Heading down
Yeah.
to Georgia,
Yeah,
right?
heading down. Yep, just there's one of my daughters and myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That'll be fun.
It'll be fun. I haven't seen her since July. So you guys know she watches the show.
Yeah.
She's our biggest critic
Yep.
and our biggest fan.
And tell me her name again.
Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
And she's probably watching with her friends right now. Hi, Kimber. Hi, Pat.
Yeah.
So
And-
they do watch. They have to
I'm
wait till
glad.
it goes on YouTube because she doesn't do Facebook. So
That's okay.
that being said, if you like what you see, please share it. Please like us also on all the different platforms that we have, and then you don't have to search for us on Wednesday mornings.
No.
How's that sound?
Yeah, and if you are watching us on YouTube, of course, just look down at that little button and hit the like and subscribe. Hit the little bell for
You
the
sound like
notification.
one of those YouTube people.
Yeah, it's because I have a 13-year-old at home. It's just running in the background all the
Gotcha.
time.
Okay. Ours is usually my husband watches those RVers, the full-time RVers, and they're like it. So hit that like button.
Yeah, that's what they.
That's
all
what I
do.
hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're doing it too.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
okay. So we don't do the show by ourselves.
We
We got
do
some help
not.
over in the booth.
Good
so,
morning, Zanetta.
Yeah.
Good
Maybe.
morning.
Yeah. Hey. Good morning, Zanetta. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Good. And we've also got our special guest with us today, Todd Whisnant
Yeah,
from
correct.
Coastal Soul. So welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you one or like which one are you?
I am usually one. I tried to turn it up. It didn't really get any louder.
Yeah,
I was just going to roll with it.
I was going to say I don't have any volume either.
Yeah, I don't have much. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Well, super. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and it's green and blue.
Oh, yes.
I did not bring the skirt today.
This is not a skirt. This is...
Okay, but back in the 80s, I had skirts that looked just like that. Just say.
Well, that looks really big. I am
Isn't
a
that-
giant.
Isn't that
Yes,
backwards?
yeah. It is backwards, yes. Yeah, so there's the front. Yeah, so that's my kilt. But the reason that I brought that in today, of course, is because it is National Tartan Day. So tartan is the pattern that is on the kilt, not
And-
the kilt itself.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about tartans?
I can, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Tartan is one of the most recognizable patterns ever and has a strong history for the people of Scotland. National Tartan Day was created to celebrate Scottish history and the achievements of people of Scottish descent around the world.
Very cool.
Yeah. So my grandfather on my mom's side is Scottish, and so I guess part Scottish as well.
So what's the clan? Do you know the clan name?
Baird.
Really?
Yeah, B-A-I-R-D. Baird.
Baird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them in the western part of the state as well, North Carolina Mountains, Highland Mountains.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
In that article, I don't know if you still have it, but I was reading it also yesterday, and there's a bunch of, like, our founding fathers, how many of them were of Scottish descent,
Yes.
and then how many presidents, and I mean, it was really interesting of, not they were 100% Scottish, but have Scottish descent, so I just thought that was kind of an interesting fact. So I don't have it in front of me, so if you're interested in that fact, go Google history of National Tartan Day.
Yeah.
And you get some more info.
And it's also very comfortable to wear.
Do you wear it the traditional way?
No.
Was that too
That's
much
too comfortable.
information?
Yeah. I've only really had an occasion to wear it once, but the time that I did, it was very freeing and comfortable. I did enjoy it. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't judge you if you decided to show up at work with it, just so you know.
I don't think you could.
Could judge you? Or
No.
you couldn't do it?
No, I mean I could. I thought about it, but no.
No, I don't think anybody can say anything to you.
Yeah, but yeah,
Especially since it's part of your heritage.
it is technically formal wear.
It is.
Yeah, I mean you can wear it to a wedding.
I've seen gentlemen wearing them, yeah.
Yeah, I've officiated weddings and they were the groom was wearing them. It's like
I thought you were going to say you were wearing your tartan when you did it.
if somebody asked me to, I would. I mean, what do I care?
No, we can throw that out there as your option.
Yeah, I'll add it to my website. Yeah.
And I can come and
Is there a
target.
fee attached?
Yeah. Costs more or less, I guess. It's a sliding scale.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, you can also
Anyway.
see up here, it's also National Caramel Popcorn Day. We've done this one before, but this is always a fan favorite. So when you combine popcorn and molasses back in the 1800s, they also decided, let's just throw in a little caramel in there. And then, of course, the ones that made it famous was Cracker Jacks. Here you go, Cracker Jacks. And, of course, you know, the famous song that came out. That was
Sing it. Let's hear it.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the
Crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. Look at Zanetta. We don't, what is it?
I don't know what's
Something.
next. Somebody can.
Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the
old
old ball
ball
game.
game.
Sorry, I missed that one little verse. So,
That's okay. Somebody can fill it in for us in the comments, right?
please. I didn't
Who we
see
got
it.
watching today? Hey, my mom's watching. So
Hi, Mom. We got another mom.
My mom is
And her name?
a Baird, of course.
She's
Sharon
a Baird?
Baird. I
Sharon?
mean, not she's Sharon Ramey now, but yeah, Sharon Baird.
Sharon Baird Ramey. She's probably very proud you got your kilt up
She
here.
probably
your
is. Yeah, she's probably
Showing-
also proud that I'm not wearing it right now.
Well, okay. So the other thing we want to talk about, which goes along with our guest, Todd, and again, thank you so much for being here with us. And I don't know if you guys can see down on here, but he brought props, and we're very excited to find out what those are going to be. So today is also National Student Athlete Day. And so I thought it was very interesting that you were our guest, but this was not planned, so it's wonderful that you were here for that. So United States, nearly 8 million student athletes compete in team and individual sports. More than 500,000 will carry their career on to the college level. Not only do they succeed in athletic programs such as track and field, baseball, volleyball, lacrosse, but they excel academically too. Additionally, the day recognizes student athletes who have a positive impact on their communities, and while maintaining a earned GPA of 3.0 or higher. Some areas, require that. So anyway, that's very cool.
I think athletics in school are so important for many reasons. Of course, we have a baseball team here at Craven. A lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
I don't know if we have any more games scheduled this year or not. I'm not sure where we are in the schedule, but our team does play regularly, and they do quite well, actually.
Yes.
Did you play any sports in high school or middle school?
Not on the high school teams. I did club sports, so I was a swimmer.
Okay.
So I did, swim team.
Okay.
But I didn't do it year round like some students did. I just did summer. But no, I was in the arts.
Okay. That still counts as a student athlete, right, if you're doing
Well,
club
I did-
sports?
It does. I mean, and
Yeah.
I was a dancer, so I danced up until I was about 14, 15.
Okay.
But I was also in the band and in the choir and in 2 different theater groups, and my mother said pick.
That's fair.
So-
'Cause she's having to drive you around all
Yeah,
these places.
so I had
Yeah.
to pick. So some things had to drop off, and I did Girl Scouts, and so I mean, I was a busy extracurricular kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of the benefits of student athletes? Student athletes develop teamwork. That's
Of course
like
they learn
us.
teamwork.
Responsibility. I don't know if we got that one. Organizational skills. Not sure. And physical endurance. These skills and habits follow them into. Oops, switch my page.
Adulthood.
Follow them into their future careers.
Okay.
Very good. There are also challenges of being a student athlete, many of them which help develop skills that we mentioned above. Also, it can require a lot of travel. Like you were talking about our team. They've got to travel throughout our, East Coast area,
Yes.
right? So that
Usually
requires
run
a
your
lot of
conference.
yeah, it's a lot of commitment to do that. Student athletes are also required to maintain those good grades. So, being able to balance your academic life, your work life, because a lot of students also have, part-time jobs as well. So anyway, and 2 other things I think was really cool that happened on April 6th. Today is April 6th. 1896, Greece hosted the first modern Olympics. And in 1909, the explorer Robert E. Peary and his team reached the North Pole for the first time.
Very cool.
And I bet that both the people in the Olympics, as well as the hiking team, exploration team, and not a hiking team if you go to the North Pole, right?
Now, if you're doing it with more than one person, it's a team.
Okay. They needed good shoes.
There you go.
So, Todd, again, thank you for being with
Sure.
us.
Can we get a segue buzzer just for Megan every time that as she's working her way through it, weaving it along the path, and then once we get there, I just want to hear a little bell that goes.
Do you see the brain?
Segue.
Do you see it go?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Very good.
So, but tell us a little bit about yourself, Todd.
Sure. My name's Todd. Last name Whisnant. I own Coastal Soul, the shoe store here in town. We've been open 6 years. Just celebrated 6 years worth of being open. We moved here in 1999 to New Bern, so I consider myself a New Bernian now. So I've been here a long time.
Very good. So tell us, Coastal Soul is you started off in the same industry but a different company.
So we moved here in 99 to open up the Athlete's Foot franchises with some business partners, and we had a successful business for many years. The Athlete's Foot as a company decided to go a little bit different. They went after the fashion consumer more so than the performance consumer, and that's what I'm more passionate about. And so I decided to leave that industry and open up, not industry, that's that company, and open up my own business.
I remember when that happened.
Yeah,
I do.
too.
And I remember that transition time. And you're over on Trent Road,
Correct.
right here in New Bern. And so tell us a little bit about the difference between performance versus fashion when it comes to shoes.
So we try to specialize in fitting people correctly, as opposed to matching a shoe with a shirt or matching a shoe with a hat is what I would consider fashion, as opposed to taking the time to analyze the foot, analyze the gait. We carry a lot of width options and that type of thing.
And so for people who don't know the specifics of that, that means sometimes going to your store, trying on a shoe, and they walk around and your team watches them walk or sees what feels comfortable.
So we try to analyze the gait. The gait's how you distribute your weight, basically. So we can take a look at the way we measure you up, we'll watch you walk, and from walking from the back side, we can actually look at your Achilles tendon and decide whether you tend to put more weight on the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot. And there's different shoes based upon what we're looking at. Will fit those needs.
You and I have both done that before.
Yes.
You go into the store and they take your shoes off, you get your socks on, and you just walk. And then they're like, hey, I think this one and this one.
Yeah.
And then they pick your size, right?
Yeah. No, that does remind me of something, though. So the last time I did that was probably 8-9 years ago. I'm guessing this is something that changes, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So
You don't get it every time you go in?
No, because I feel
I
like
do.
I've just got it all figured out, right? Like I know what shoe I like. I'm going to go get it now, and I'll be in and
We'll
out.
usually ask the question. We'll say, are you happy with what you currently have? And we can show you what
There you
replaced it
go.
or something similar. But we also say, why don't you take your shoes off? Let me take a look at the bottom of it just to make sure the wear pattern looks correct. If the wear pattern's still doing well, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it type concept.
There you go. That's what works for you.
Okay.
So, because I won't. I'll go from a Nike to a Brooks to a New Balance. I'll go whatever works that time.
Yeah, I did the one test, and I got Brooks, and then I just haven't really switched
Oh, wow.
ever since. Just different versions of Ghost Brooks shoes, yeah.
My gait changes,
Yeah.
apparently.
does.
Mine probably has too. I just need to get it checked again.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We recommend it because, like I said, the shoes do change too. So every year the shoe updates. And so the Ghost, as an example, it's one of the probably the best positive of Brooks is they don't mess with their shoes a whole lot. Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the Ghost is one of those that is their mainstay shoe. And if it's working, stick with it. But some of the companies do change them drastically from generation to generation. Maybe a fit issue that it doesn't fit like it did last year. It may be narrower or wider than it was the previous year. And again, by looking at the wear pattern, we can usually say, hey, we'll try this or try this time.
It reminds me a little bit about when you go to the eye doctor and they put the one lens down and they say, which one's better, one or two? Well, the same thing when
Yeah,
you
we
go
get
to
that
put a shoe
analogy a
on
lot.
is that you go in and you've got, shoe A on one foot, shoe B on the other foot, and you walk around like, okay, I like B, shoe A goes away, and then shoe C goes on the other foot. So it's really kind of interesting in how until you get that perfect comfort. And I told you, like, the last time we were in there, my daughter was like, Mom, I feel like I'm walking on a cloud.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she went from literally wearing shoes that were hurting her feet to, oh my gosh, I can't believe how good this feels. So, so tell us a bit about the props you got. 'Cause you got fake feet.
Yep.
I like fake feet.
So I brought
feet.
kind of basically to give you a basic idea how the whole concept works.
Here, you want one?
So basically, we have
That's a high
a really high arch. We have a flat foot, which Craig has in his
That's
foot,
me.
and
Craig also has it in his shoe.
and
too.
more of a neutral foot. And so most people look at a shoe wall is what we say, and they kind of base their buying decision based on the way the shoe looks. And what we want to do is tell you what shoes are made specifically for what foot shape. So we kind of brought a couple different ones to kind of show people. So as an example, this shoe and this shoe are both the same company, both the same price, but we turn them over, they're shaped completely different.
Right.
So every company makes a shoe based on, again, the foot shape. So this typically is associated with someone that has a higher arch, so it's cut out more here. Most people with a high arch tend to distribute their weight on the outside of the foot, where this shoe here is designed for more of a person with a flatter foot. They tend to distribute more weight on the inside of the foot as they toe off. And so that's what we're looking at, is how you toe off and where you hit from out to in or out to out. And different companies make shoes based on that. So it's not that there are different colors on the wall. Each company may make this shoe in 3 colors. They may make that shoe in 2 colors, but it's more about getting the shoe that fits correctly.
Speaking of fitting shoes, I know that you do also a lot of community efforts as well. And we talked about student athletes. Can tell us a little bit about what you guys do and who you partner with once every year?
Sure. We're proud to be a part of what we call our Kicks for Kids program. We team up with the Breakfast Rotary Club here in New Bern, and they do a tremendous job raising funds and helping out in the community. This year, we gave over 250 pair of shoes to the school system. The school system picks kids that are families of need, and it's a really cool experience. The last couple of years, because of COVID, we haven't been able to actually put the shoes on the kids, so hopefully we'll be able to get back to that soon, because seeing their faces is pretty cool. I had a stop by the other day. I can't remember which even restaurant it was, if it was Panera or someone, but someone said, "You still work at Coastal Soul?" They said, 3 years ago I got a pair of shoes from you all during that Kicks for Kids program, and that made my day. And so it's really cool to hear those kind of stories. And this year, for the first time, we teamed up with the Girls on the Run program as an after-school program they have with the elementary schools and the Stride program, and we gave over 75 pair away to that. So it really encourages kids to get out to run, to exercise, as you were talking about earlier, how important that is. But they go over some life fundamental things as well, the concept of them and so forth.
That's awesome. And I know that you guys meet up as a group also. Was it Thursday evenings?
So we have 2 nights now. We do Monday nights and Thursday nights. We call ourselves the Coastal Soul Pub Runners. But yeah, we started this. There's a small group of us that started, and we kind of expanded upon that and tried to make it
there they are.
Every Monday at 6:30 at night, and that way rain or shine will be there, as opposed to saying, hey, let's pick this night, or hey, let's pick this night. To be consistent is what I'm looking for.
Is it one location every time that
so
you
Monday
meet
we
up?
meet at the Bruins at 6:30 on Middle Street, and then Thursday we meet at Freshwater on Pollock Street.
How long is the run?
Sure. Some people get intimidated by the word run group, and we encourage people, if you're just walking, to come out. Most people go a half hour, so if that means you can walk a mile in a half hour, great. If that means you can run 4 miles in a half hour, God bless you.
Gotcha.
A lot of people come out with their dogs.
Yeah,
a lot of people come out with their kids and pushing the stroller. It's more about being around like-minded people and getting the social aspect behind it. Sure. And you can maybe meet someone that if you're new to the area, it's a great way to come meet people, but maybe you can find someone to run on a long weekend run or something along those lines as well. So
it's definitely gained in popularity. I know if I find myself downtown for any reason between 6 and 7:30, I can tell if it's a run club night.
And 3 years ago, we were 5 to 6 people. Monday, we're getting an average of 35 to 40, and Thursday is probably 40 to 50, especially now that the weather has changed and the time changed. We lose a little bit of people, some of our older runners, that when the time changes, it gets kind of dark at night, and some people don't come out. But
You'd lose me because it gets hot.
No, I'm also in that group. I don't like running at night at all. Yeah. So, once the time changes, then I can be outside and run again.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Anything else that we should know? Because it's not just, let me just bring this up, it's not just athletic shoes that you have at your store as well. You also have kind of casual shoes and flip-floppy things, right? I'm not saying them correctly. But
so we consider ourselves performance footwear. So most of the shoes we carry in the stock are performance. Again, I'm just kind of shy away from the fashion aspect of the industry. We do carry some dress casual type, like Merrell type product and so forth. But no, we definitely get more performance driven in the shoes that we carry. We do carry UFO Sandals, is a sandal company that we carry.
The term I heard recently was athleisure. I'd never heard that term before.
Athleisure.
Which I'm sure you're very familiar with.
Correct.
The term. Yeah. Which Merrells fall into that category a lot of times. Yeah.
That's what my husband's wearing, athleisure then. That's all he wears is Merrells.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's got his New Balance sneakers, but he's got the lace-up Merrells, he's got the slip-ins. Yeah, that's his go-to.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, obviously, your store, you've done a great job with customer loyalty as well. With you talking about giving to the kids, what was the name?
Kicks for Kids.
Kicks for Kids. Yeah, talking about that, having the runs, sponsoring runs when they happen, being out there, having the personal record bell out there for people to ring as well. Like, it's obvious to you that it's a passion that you have, being able to help people find running for them. And have you been able to over the years see people get introduced to running and see how they have grown into the sport, or
Definitely.
how it's helped them, or any examples along those lines you could share?
Oh, another thing we were really proud to be a part of is Ainsley's Angels. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Ainsley's Angels group. My wife's actually the ambassador for the county. Ainsley's Angels is really big into inclusion. They get people with disabilities involved in running and involved in endurance events. So we've purchased numerous chairs that we push individuals in.
Sure.
And so every race locally, you'll see at least 3 or 4 riders and a lot of the people from the group and volunteer to push. So we actually have a gentleman that comes out on Thursday nights with us that's got cerebral palsy. He's in his 20s, late 20s, and he comes out and participates every Thursday night. So we're really big into the inclusion aspects. That's a gentleman that wouldn't be involved with the group or with running, and so he's out there most Thursday nights with us. So yeah, that would be a great example.
And we've got. I also know that you donate a lot to like schools, because our kids went to school together, and so I know that festivals and fairs and teacher giveaways or whatever, you're donating, you're giving gift cards and things like that.
Correct.
And so by me saying that is that I hope that people recognize that small town mom and pop store, restaurant, boutique that are making these donations, that we go back and we patron their stores. Because of what you guys give back to the community.
I appreciate that, but yes, I think it's really big, and that's one of the reasons we helped with the run groups on Monday. Is that one of the restaurant we go to, the restaurant bar, the Bruin, was trying to help him, with COVID and so forth. They were losing business and said, hey, we can get you some people, and so every Monday night they're getting 30 to 40 people in there. So
Yeah, that's great.
Well, we also, this is a good, I need the bell. Bing! We also have the Neuse River Bridge coming up, and I know that's not part of our events that we're going to be talking about, but this is a great opportunity that if you are wanting to participate and you want to make sure that you're putting on a healthy pair of athletic shoes or leisure shoes under your feet to participate, please note that that's an option as well. So that's April 22nd, right? Isn't that when the event is? Is this 22nd?
Right. No.
It's the 28th.
28th?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
28th.
It's the last Saturday in April.
So you've got time to go and get a healthy pair of shoes for your fit.
It's a great time to start breaking them in. So they're ready to
Exactly.
go for the run.
Or you can start your virtual race, so you can start adding that up. So if you don't want to do that 10K in one day, like me, you can start doing little at a time.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
And I'm sure you'll be out at the
So
bridge run.
we
as
are
well.
a sponsor, so we'll be there for packet pickup night on Friday, and we'll be out there Saturday morning.
Well,
We'll have
thank
a
you for
table
being
set
a
up.
sponsor. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a crazy time out there on packet pickup night.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Zanetta's shaking her head. Yep.
But it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It gets you excited for the race the next day, right? To see how many people are actually participating in it.
So
And then you start eyeing them up. Who's in their 40s? who am I
There
going
are
against?
some in our group that do that, yes.
whose shin you gonna kick? No, I'm kidding.
No. I know. I'm not
So
winning.
I'm just asking this, but when they do the pickup thing, do they do like a food event or anything like that? I remember growing up just north of Atlanta, and the Peachtree Road Race, they would always have
Spaghetti night.
the spaghetti night, and everybody would carb load the night before, so you pick up your
They have done that
stuff.
prior here. They
Have
haven't
they?
done it the last 3 or 4 years,
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I
they
don't
have
think I've
done
ever
that in the
seen it, yeah.
past, where at the convention center you pick up your packet and you go in and get a plate of spaghetti.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, I
that
haven't
was
seen
probably
it
a
if
since.
they're
COVID
doing that
thing.
this year or not.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I've been participating. They give you pizza after the
Afterward,
race, though.
yeah, pizza and
So you-
beer.
Yeah, carb load after that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share about what you're doing and bringing to the community? Anything else that people neglect about their feet? Oh, I know something that I learned from you guys is that feet have a mile expiration.
Shoes, not feet.
Shoes,
yes.
sorry. I don't know. I think my feet might have a mile's expiration.
Yes, yeah.
But tell us a little bit about how you can tell if your shoes have expired.
So we tell people never let your shoes turn a birthday. that most people don't realize the shoes do harden up over time. The analogy we use all the time, the midsole is the engine of the shoe. That's what you're paying for in any quality shoe. The better the foam that they're using, the more expensive the shoe is. So when you go up in price, you're getting a better quality foam, and the better quality foam is more resilient, tends to hold up a little bit better. But as a rule of thumb, 350 miles or 8 to 10 months, whichever comes first, is a good rule of thumb to use.
That's
when
why
you're looking
you
at your
have 9 in
performance
your
shoes.
closet, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so I have not been good about keeping up with the actual mileage,
Yep.
right? Although Zanette and I were talking about it recently, I think about how she was tracking the miles on her shoes, and I looked into the app that I use, and it allows me to do that.
Most of them
So
do
I've
that,
started
yeah.
doing that with the last pair of shoes that I bought, actually.
They're actually putting dates inside the shoe now to let
Oh,
you
yeah?
know when the shoe was actually produced. There's been
wow.
studies done that a shoe sitting in a box that's never ever been worn loses 20 to 25% of the cushioning every 12 months. So the shoe just sitting there just hardens up. And again, the analogy we use is like a marshmallow, that if you throw a bag of marshmallows in the cupboard and you find them 6 months later, they're hard as rocks. They just oxidize. They just harden up. So the shoe does so people will come in and say, well, I just had hip surgery and my shoe's been sitting in the closet for 6 months. Well, they just realize it's been hardening up over time. So it's not going to have the same support or same cushioning as a brand new pair. So again, you get some shoes on sale and it's great. Get a shoe at 25% off, but just realize you're getting a shoe that's going to last 25% less if it's been sitting in the box for a year.
It's like rolling a car off the lot and lose
Yep.
the value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, they do expire, and you can tell the difference. I think, like I said, a fresh pair versus an older pair.
Interesting. Well, I teased Craig the last time he hung up his neon colored ones, and then he got these gray or blue ones that he has now. So I said, do you get rid of them, or do they become like mow in the yard shoes? And he said mow in the yard
Yeah, most
shoes.
people turn them into yard shoes.
Yeah.
We do at the store have a program or a recycle, bring the shoes in, your older shoes, and we try to clean them up and we'll donate them usually to RCS downtown, the ones that are in decent enough shape. So we try to do that every other couple months.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And RCS is obviously one of the benefits partnerships in for the Neuse River run. So
As is the college.
as is the College Foundation, absolutely.
Yeah.
So go out and support.
Yeah.
Get your running groove on.
Yeah, that's
Did you like
right.
that?
Yeah. And of course, we have a team here at Craven Community College
Yes.
as well. Several people have signed up, and I still need to sign up myself. But I know we've got a pretty
Zanetta
good.
just gave that look.
Yeah, I will. I'll be there. But
Awesome.
we've got a pretty good contingent of folks from Craven going too. So
That's really
Yeah.
good. Very good. So, Todd, do you have anything else you'd like to share with us before we talk a little bit about what's going on this weekend?
So on the running, and from my side in the running business, there is a lot of changes happening in the industry. Technology is pretty cool, some of the stuff that's coming out. And they, again, kind of with your question earlier about longevity, so all the companies are trying to go lighter, softer, more durable. And so the science that's going into the shoes is pretty cool with some of the stuff. So example, this particular shoe, they've actually found a way to inject nitrogen into the foam, and it literally changes molecular structure of the molecules, or it elongates them. So by elongating the molecules, they're lighter weight. And so about 20 to 25% lighter weight than traditional foam. They're adding rubber to into them. This one, they're actually adding plastic into the foam. And by adding plastic, it makes it lighter weight, makes it more rebound. So again, the science behind the technology, and that's what kind of I'm very passionate about. And again, goes back to from my days with the fashion world to now. The fashion world became static to me. It's the same shoe, the same silhouette with just a new color. And I'm really into the way the science is changing in the shoes. The big trend in the industry is probably going to what's called assisted transition, where typically shoes, it's really important that they bend, but they bend here, never underneath the arch area. And what's happening in the industry now is they're not bending at all. And so they actually assist you from heel to toe. So people with bunion issues, people with metatarsal issues, they don't have to activate that joint in order to push you forward. So it takes pressure off of there. And so just the technology is happening in the industry is super cool.
If we could just inject some of that into my right knee, that would
Yeah.
be nice.
But I mean, sometimes what your shoes can affect your
Correct.
knees and your hips, right?
It
It's
does.
not just a foot. It's not just protecting your foot. Yeah.
Your knees follow your ankle, your hips follow your knee. When your body's made to work, when it's in alignment, when it's out of alignment, that's where problems happen. And so shoes can definitely aid with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good.
Yeah.
We got a lot of information out today. You are in the know, everybody.
We are. Yeah. I just realized that we didn't eat any fiddle faddle. By
Well,
the way.
I forgot my napkins, so
Okay,
maybe when
all
we're
right.
off the air, we'll crack them open. Or
All right,
I've
yeah,
got 3
it's very
boxes of
loud.
Cracker Jacks, so I can send them. I can send them with you.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That sounds great. Yeah.
Sound good? But I do like caramel pop. And my favorite part, the peanuts inside of it. I like them.
Yeah. it's really fascinating stuff that you've been able to share, and that what goes into it. I'm sure you go to shows and conventions where you're always seeing the next new thing. Anything you've seen coming out that we should be on the lookout for?
Again, that assisted transition,
Yeah.
that rocker bottom it built in the shoes. So it's kind of what's trending in the industry. So every company's coming out with their version. Brooks, you mentioned Brooks
Yep.
Ghost. They're changing the shoe. They're coming out with an assisted transition version called the Ghost Max.
Okay.
So Brooks is getting into the game now too.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone, that's kind of the big thing that's happening in the industry. From every brand's coming out with that concept.
Yeah. Very good.
I want to see you wear your books with your kilt.
I could.
You could.
Yeah.
Will you go running in that tonight?
Not tonight. I'm
Yeah,
all
they
booked
bring,
up. But
they do different seasons
I-
ones. Maybe
yeah,
they
I've
should
seen
do one
those, yeah.
for the Highland Games. Maybe they should come out with one for that
Oh,
way
that's
too,
cool.
right?
Yeah. They are good about that when it comes to the fashion, of
Yeah.
thinking of different causes to support and different holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Shamrock.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! It says "Run Lucky" inside.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty good at marketing. and I think they have good designs too. That is one thing that's nice is when you can find that combination of fashion and the technology, because
I
people
agree.
still want their shoes to look good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should talk about some events.
Yeah, we should.
And then we
Yep.
could hop on out of here.
Yeah, we'll talk about some things happening this weekend.
So stay put
Yep.
with us, Todd, while we talk about
Sure.
what's going on.
All right. Coming up on April 6th. I need to figure out what is today? Did you ever say today's date?
Today's the 6th.
That's today. Okay. Happening today. Oh, it says it right at the top.
Yeah.
Thanks. Young Professionals of Craven County April Social today from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at La Caseta. Join the Young Professional Group and check out their episode from a few weeks ago. We had a lot of fun with Brian Wayne, who's head of the group there, at their monthly networking event tonight at La Caseta from 5:30 to 7:30 for a wine tasting and to meet the owner. This event is open to all. You do not need to be a part of the group. RSVP at nbyoungprofessionals.org.
Very good. All right. Then we're going to go Twilight Egg Hunt and Movie in the Park. That's also this evening from 7:15 to 10 at the Martin Marietta Park. Join us tonight for the annual New Bern Parks and Recreation Twilight Easter event, including the annual flashlight egg hunt and, new this year, a movie in the park. Admission is free. This evening egg hunt will be offered to children from 11 to 13, and the movie is open to all ages. The hunt starts at dusk, approximately 7:20, and the movie will start at approximately 8 o'clock. Bring your own basket and flashlights. If you have any questions, you can contact the point of contact. I don't have a name, but that's 639-2901. Again, it's ages 11 to 13, so be mindful of that. We don't want little guys getting run over. So this is a fun Easter egg hunt for the big kids.
Battlefield Adventure Day, April 8th from 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at New Bern Battlefield Park. Harry Goodman Battlefield Adventure Day is an annual springtime event for the entire family. This Saturday event is filled with learning activities and living history. Young recruits and their parents are greeted by reenactors from the 5th, 7th, and 26th North Carolina Regiments, 35th U.S. Colored Troops, and artillery from McCullough Living History. The newly enlisted recruits participate in practice drills, Civil War period camp activities, crafts, and games. Adults and teens will enjoy living history presentations and a walking tour of the battlefield. A commissary lunch provided by Moore's Barbecue and Country Biscuit will be served to all. I think that's much better than the hardtack they had to eat during the Civil War, so enjoy that.
With buggies in it.
Yes, blah. The day's activities will conclude with an exciting mock battle reenactment that includes the children and a live fire cannon demonstration. Visit newbernhistorical.org for updates and to register.
Very good. We have an encore performance, The Dreamers and the Doers, April 12th, 7 to 10 p.m., Coleman Performance Hall in the North Carolina History Center. You asked, we listened. When we offered this program as a lunch and learn, it sold out weeks in advance. With the help of our friends at Tryon Palace, we're bringing it back as an evening program so working folks can attend. That would be us. We're working folks. In an era when women didn't have the freedom to open a checking account or apply for credit, a group of dynamic women undertook an ambitious project. The removal of the 200 block of George Street, relocation of the major highway, and the reconstruction of North Carolina's first permanent capital, Tryon Palace. The cost of the program is $10, which goes to support future Historical Society educational programs and the historical property preservation. Reservations are recommended and can be made here or by calling the Historical Society at 638-8558. And I think here is probably the New Bern Historical Society's website. So if you want more information and you want to get your reservation and pay, you need to go to that website.
They used to have an exhibit inside the palace on the second floor of the Dreamers. I don't know if that's still open to the public or not, but they did have some really interesting artifacts and histories up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Movies in the Park, Havelock, April 13th from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. at Havelock City Park. Movies in the Park is starting up next week with Minions, The Rise of Gru. Grab a blanket and chair with the family, and we'll see you in the park. That looks like fun. I want to get that tracksuit.
They're cute.
Yeah.
Which one, the purple one or the
Yes,
blue?
of course, the purple one. That's the best tracksuit up there.
I was going to say that's the one I like.
Well,
We could be matchy-matchy.
let's find some matching
Minions.
purple tracksuits.
That's us, matchy Minions. All right, let's go to Art Walk, April 14th from 5 to 8, downtown New Bern. Check out the month's Art Walk that celebrates local artists, with Craven CC students' art being featured at the Bank of the Arts Gallery for the month of April. Art Walk is a monthly event that business owners in downtown New Bern participate in with later hours of operation. The local artists set up their displays and their works, and they connect with the community. So come on out, Art Walk, April 14th from 5 to 8.
And it's a great opportunity to see the work that our students are making
Yes,
as well.
go support them and support the Bank of the Arts because they do good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Spring Garden Lovers Weekend and Heritage Plant Sale. Why are you laughing at me?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, April 14th through 16th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Tryon Palace. Tryon Palace will be open and free to the public Friday through Sunday during the Spring Plant Sale. The annual plant sale will take place inside the gates on the Dave's House lawn, offering a selection of plants grown locally at the Palace's nursery. The plant sale will be open Friday and Saturday from 9 to 5. Come early for the best selection. There will also be a plein air artist on site that weekend, painting the beautiful gardens.
There's just some pretty boxwoods, aren't they?
Yes. The gardens are open for free a couple of times a year, and Garden Lovers Weekend is always one of them. So,
The reason why I giggled was because just what a punctuation would make and or not, and it caught me funny
I see.
in the title. So, I just had sillies.
All right. This is a very serious show, Megan,
No,
and I would
it's not.
appreciate it if you would
I can't
tighten up
I'm
and
not.
stop getting so silly. And
Well, and the reason why we shared some of the some of the events that are going to be happening, like the 12th through the 20th, is because we will not be in the studio on Thursday.
next week, that's correct.
Yes, so we will miss you all next Thursday, but we will be back the following Thursday on the 20th. But just to give people heads up, so we close at noon on Friday, which is our normal time. We will be closed Monday the 10th for Easter Monday.
That's right.
But then the college will be back open at 8 in the morning on Tuesday through Friday again. And so it's a great time if you're wondering whether you want to sign up for some summer classes. This is a good time to come out while it's not crazy hustle bustle. So
Right.
we got certain people that will be here to help and assist.
Right. Yes, the students are on spring break next week.
Curriculum students.
Right. But the staff will still be here to help if you have any questions and want to register and sign up for classes.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. And we still have some, for workforce development students, that we still have some Gear 2.0 grant money available. So if you're interested and you want more information about that, you certainly can come see me at the Havelock campus, or you can go to Suite 114, which is in the Brock building, and they can assist you there. So, all right. I think this concludes
It does.
our In the Know for the day. You've got something else to share?
Just one other thing I would
Okay.
add, we are 36 days away from graduation.
Oh,
Yeah.
exciting.
So congratulations to all of our students who are closing in on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. This is very good. Todd, thanks again
Thank you.
for all that you do in the community. Thank you for coming out, sharing a little bit more about how we can take care of our feet and be healthy from head to toe.
That's
We'll
right.
start from the toes and go up. So, again, we're so grateful to have you guys join us on a regular basis. But next time we will be doing our episode 47, April 20th at 9 a.m. So please make sure you join us. We will be taking a break, as I said, for spring break. And if you come back and see us on the 20th, we will have the Havelock Mayor, Mr. Will Lewis, as our special guest. So I'm excited about that. So please join us, share, send us comments. You want to see something fun, let us know. If you want to be a guest, contact us. Zanetta's she's our social planner, so we'll forward it on to her. So anything else you can think of?
No, I think that's it. I need to go and get my tracksuit now.
Yes, tracksuit.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Easter
your
holiday.
Yeah, I need a tracksuit and a kilt. Yeah, exactly.
Tracksuit and kilt. Have a wonderful holiday. Everybody be safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.